All right, man. Welcome back to Script Pine and Dragon M.P.T. This is your host, Pricey and Lore. It's Friday. Thank God it's Friday, August 9th, 2024. That's pretty ironic. Anyway, so I'm watching Terminator 2. I'm watching Terminator 2 Judgment Day, okay? One of my favorite movies of all time. One of my favorite movies of all time. It's fantastic. Better than any modern Terminator. But let's stay on topic here. For those of you who've seen the movie, and this is kind of a video for us. It's a discussion video. For those of you who haven't seen it, I suggest you do that. And there's here's a spoiler. So if you haven't seen it, stop watching now. Okay? You've been warned. The scene where, excuse me, they meaning Sarah, John, the Terminator, and Miles Dyson, okay? The creator of the super processor chip that will later be used to create Skynet. They go to the lab where he works after the failed assassination attempt on his life. They explain everything to him, and he agrees to help them prevent Judgment Day. They go to his lab, and they start to set up explosives. They getting all the evidence from the previous Terminator to destroy. And while they're doing this, the police are gathering outside because the alarms have been tripped. And Arnold has just unloaded. What is the model of that gun? It's like a M1, M15, or M1, M2. I don't know. It's the you know the spin. They call it a minigun in the movie. He's already sprayed the vehicles with the police vehicles with the minigun. Disabling the vehicles. So now the police are doing an incursion. They're coming in. And they're finishing setting up the explosives and everything, and they're getting ready to leave. And as they are preparing to leave, the police come into the room where they are and immediately open fire. Now, mind you, the person that they see first is Miles Dyson. He's like the only one that, like, when they breach the door, he's the one they see, and he's holding a detonator. It looks like a giant remote control, right? Definitely does not look like a gun or a firearm of any sort at all. There's no way you can mistake what he was holding as a firearm. There's no way. If anything, you think he about to control a remote control car. They immediately open fire. They breach the door. There's no police. Put your hands in the air or get down on the ground, or there's no there's no inclination at all that they intend on arresting anyone. Okay, at all. that is not. They are there for the kill. Okay, so they immediately open fire. Miles Dyson is right there. He's the only one that they see mainly, and they light him up, man. They light him up. They riddle him with bullets. So now he's dying, okay? And mind you, he's holding a detonator. So as they are escaping under the hail of gunfire, he dies, dropping the detonator, blowing up an entire level of this building, okay? So now they're downstairs. Sarah, John, and the Terminator. They're downstairs with the remaining police officers who've now come into the building, and they've launched tear gas in the vicinity of our protagonists. As the Terminator walks down the hallway after the police have fired the tear gas, as he walks down the hallway, now they yell, Put your hands up, police, get down on the ground. And when he refuses the command and continues to walk toward them, then they say, okay, drop him, and they open fire. Now, my problem with this situation, if you can't tell already, is that Miles Dyson is black, man. So you can say that due to the previous aggression shown by the Terminator in shooting up the police cars, the police were more than in their rights to breach the door and immediately open fire instead of giving any kind of commands. You could argue that, and I will let you have it until we get to the part where the entire floor, along with the police officers who were on that floor, blows up. So now you have an even more increased level of aggression. So my question is, why did they give the opportunity and the command for the Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger? Why did they give him the command as if they were willing to place him under arrest? But when they reached the upper lab, and you know what? Just taking it a step further, there was a child up there. It was a child up there, and they breached the door and opened fire. So my question is that proper police procedure? Did you breach the door and immediately open fire without giving any commands due to the level of aggression that you faced outside? And if that's the case, why did the commands come later after the level of aggression had increased? I don't understand. So if anybody can, if anybody got any comments, I'll open the discussion up, man. Were the police right in murdering Miles Dyson without giving any commands, without issuing not one command? There was no raise your hands to get on the floor. They didn't even say police. They kicked in. The door blew off the hinges, and they immediately opened fire. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. It needs to be talked about. Because for me, I've always for 30 plus years I've overlooked this. I've completely overlooked this, and now with the state of our society and everything, I'm looking at things with a little bit more scrutiny. And so this kind of stood out to me. So Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Were the police right in murdering Miles Dyson without issuing any commands, only to later issue commands to the actual aggressor and super killer? Let me know your thoughts. I'm your host, Piscean Lord, the Scorpionic Dragon M.P.T, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace out.